hope you all are doing good. Well, this is Neeraj and I'm here on behalf of Blue Perfect to give you some knowledge about IELTS. Well, today particularly I'll be talking about the writing task 2, and in this particular part of IELTS, I'll teach you how to write an introduction. I'm sure you all are aware that there are different kinds of essays, and writing introduction, the kind of introduction that we have to write varies from essay to essay. So, the introduction that I'm going to teach you today is related to debatable essay, and today I'm going to teach you how to write an introduction for the essay type. To what extent do you agree or disagree? And I'm sure you all must be aware that this is a very common question type that you get in the IELTS test. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's get started. Okay, so I'll start. So first, it's very important to read the question, because obviously if you not read the question, you will not understand what to paraphrase, how to paraphrase, and how well you can beautify your introduction. Okay, so let's understand the question. The question says, new technologies and ways of buying and selling are transforming the lives of consumers. Now let's understand the question again. Statement. New technologies, when it's talking about new technologies, so that's one reason. The second reason or the factor is and ways of buying and selling. So first reason is new technology. The second reason is the ways of buying and selling. What do we buy and sell? We buy and sell things, right? Are transforming the lives of consumer. So these two reasons are responsible in transforming the lives of consumers. Okay? And what's our action plan? Let's read it. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? So there is an opinion that new technologies and ways of buying and selling are transforming the lives of consumers. So what do you think about it? But not just agree or disagree, you have an option. To what extent do you agree or disagree? First of all, when you get this kind of question, to what extent do you agree or disagree, you have an opportunity that you can completely agree or completely disagree, or you can give like 70-30 ratio opinion, or 30-70 or 50-50 also, because you have the word extent. So whenever you get this kind of an essay wherein the question or the action plan asks you to write, like it says, to what extent do you agree? There's an extent. So you need to show your extent. Means do you agree completely? Do you disagree completely or partially, or 70-30 or 30-70? So you have, it's absolutely your call. You have complete choice. Okay, for this kind of question. Understood? Now, let's paraphrase it. Paraphrasing is very, very easy, students. Generally students say that they don't have a lot of synonyms, where they can substitute the words given in the question. You don't have to hunt for lots of words. You don't have to learn a lot of synonyms. You can just change the form of the word, and you can just paraphrase your introduction in an impressive manner. How? Let's try. Let's paraphrase it. You just have to do paraphrasing word to word. Okay? If you can write something, extra, that's okay. But again, it should be, to the point. Okay? So, the word new technologies. Now, new technologies and ways of buying and selling are transforming. This is present continuous tense. Okay? So, for present continuous tense, if you want, then you can start like this, though it's not a thumb rule that you should always start like this, but yes, this is one of the ways through which you can start your introduction if the statement is in present tense. Okay, we can start by writing in this day and age. Okay, if you want to write this, you can also write in the 21st century. in the present era, in the modern era. But obviously, as compared to nowadays and modern era, this looks much better. Okay. So, since it is in present continuous tense, I can certainly use this phrase in this day and age. Now, new technologies. For the word new, I can write in this day and age the latest. New means latest, right? New technology. Now, what is technology? The technologies they develop. They keep developing, right? So, in this day and age, the latest development. The latest development where in technologies, I'm not going to substitute this word with any other word because it's not making any sense. Okay, so I'm going to keep the word technologies as it is. I'm not going to alter it in any manner. Okay, because you don't have to alter each and every word. So I'm going to keep it as it is. So in this day and age, the latest developments in technologies, again I'm going to use the word and as it is, and the ways. Ways we can say method, process, mediums, anything. Okay, whatever is appropriate. Okay, you can use it. Okay, so ways I'm going to say, instead of ways I'm going to use the word process. And the process. You can also write medium, no problem. And the process of buying and selling. Now I'm not going to use any different word for the word buying and selling. I'm just going to change the form of the word. Okay. And the process through which. Now what do we buy and sell? Right? We buy things. We buy product. Right? So through which things are bought. Instead of buying, I am writing bought because with R we use third form. Through which things are bought and sold. I am going to use present continuous tense here also. So I am going to use the word are as it is because obviously it's plural. So instead of transferring, I am writing altering, which means changing, transforming, or now changing is a very common vocab. So instead of changing, you can use the word altering. Okay. Are altering the lives. I'm going to keep the word the lives as it is. I'm not changing it at all. Okay. Of consumers, I can write customers or I can write buyers. Okay. So now let's read and understand whether I have paraphrased the question or not. Okay. In this day and age, present tense, so in this day and age. Okay. New, latest. I've just added the word development. Okay. The latest development where in technologies and the process and ways of buying and selling through which things are bought and sold are transforming, are altering the lives of buyers. So you saw, it's so easy, anybody can do it. Okay? So you just have to write what is there in the question, but you have to paraphrase it. If you are not able to paraphrase certain words, you don't have a synonym of it, it's okay, you can use the same word. Okay, because you don't have to paraphrase each and every word. Get that thing right away. Okay. Now I have to write my thesis statement, which is to what extent do you agree? Now it's up to you. If you want to say I partially agree, you can partially agree. If you want to say I've already discussed that. Okay. So in case you're saying I completely agree, okay, or I completely disagree. So how can you write? And this is just one of the ways, not the only way, students. Okay, I can write personally speaking. When I write personally speaking, I don't have to write I. Okay, personally speaking. Now this is an opinion. So for opinion, we can say view or notion or idea, perception. So whatever word you want to use, you can use, no problem. Personally speaking, this notion, which means opinion, is utterly, means completely acceptable or okay on certain inevitable grounds. Now what do you mean by saying inevitable? Inevitable is something undeniable, something that you cannot deny and that is happening and that will happen or that happens. Okay? So, personally speaking, that means I am giving my opinion, then put a comma. This notion, which notion? The notion of that due to technology and ways of buying and selling things are transforming. Due to this notion, okay, this notion is utterly, means completely acceptable on certain means whatever points you're going to discuss, you can write that, on certain inevitable grounds. Inevitable means something that you cannot deny. Okay, so here when I write is utterly acceptable means I'm not going to disagree. I'm just going to write 2 points of agree. One in BP2, the other one in one in BP1 and the other one in BP2. Similarly, if you disagree completely, you can write personally speaking, this notion is utterly unacceptable and the rest of the thing you can keep constant. Or if you say that I agree but partially, so you can write personally speaking, this notion is acceptable, however, partially. Or if it is 70-30 or 30-70, then you can write personally speaking, this notion is acceptable to a great extent or unacceptable to a great extent. Accordingly, so when you write partially, obviously 1 point agree, 1 point disagree. But if you write great extent, then 2 point agree and 1 point disagree, or vice versa. Okay, so I hope you got some ideas, okay, how to write an introduction. Now, this is a phrase, use it, it's very good and it will help you to fetch bands. And a certain vocabulary that I have used, because you have to use vocabulary, lexical resources are really, really important. Inevitable, okay, altering, okay, and I have changed the form of certain words. Okay, so I hope this information was, this information is important, and if you will try to write this kind of introduction, okay, obviously you can change, you can bring variations as per your skills, okay, then certainly you will be able to get more than 6.5 or 7 banded IELTS writing test. Thank you for watching this video. In case you are interested to know more about our center, then you can certainly call us on the given number, or you can visit our office, which is in Geneva.